dystopian future presentation. We're going to firstly start off with what does dystopian mean. Dystopian is an imaginary world, state or society where there is a huge amount of suffering and injustice. Furthermore, it's a world that is dehumanising and unpleasant as it can possibly be. Dystopian is the exact opposite to utopia, which is a society/world that is conceived to be perfect, and this is an example of the two worlds together. These are some examples of dystopian films, and this is how I started off my research. So we've got The Maze Runner, Mad Max, and here Equilibrium at the top here was made in 2002 and is at the top of the most popular dystopian films. The target audience for dystopian films, people like dystopian films because it is about life and death situations, it's corrupted government and it has war scenarios, so the stakes are higher and the hero fights against all odds. These types of films become an adrenaline rush that is more of a thrill than a typical action-adventure film. The majority of dystopian films target young adults, especially male rather than female, due to the action within the film. A specific age range for the target audience for dystopian films is 13 to 25 years old. This is my idea for a dystopian film. These are some points that is about my idea. So my main idea for the dystopian film is a deadly virus in a city, and the government is basically the enemy to these people. One person has a special DNA or blood that stops the whole virus, but the government has to find this special person. The special person is called Amy Lee. She doesn't know that she has this special DNA because her dead mother and father didn't tell her. But the government tests these people, and if they do not have the special DNA, they then kill them. But the city these people are in do not know this. One of Amy's friends gets taken away to be tested, but she refuses, but still gets taken away anyway. So Amy goes and saves her, but she didn't get there in time, and she witnesses her friend getting killed. She also records this on her digital watch and tries to expose the government, but she then gets catches from government guards, and she gets tested herself, but she fights back and basically kills the Prime Minister and the people that she works for. She then exposes the government on screens in the city to show these people that they're trying to kill people if they don't have this DNA. But she then was really curious about whether she had the DNA or not, so she tests herself and finds out that she does have it, and then she starts a whole new country with her special DNA/blood. So what I'm creating for my FMP, for my final major project, I'll be creating a dystopian film poster relating to my dystopian film idea. I've chosen to do this as I love to be creative, and creating film posters is one thing I enjoy doing a lot. Also, I have good experience with making film posters and I'm extremely confident in using Photoshop. I'll be using my own images to put on this poster to make it my own. So these are some dystopian film posters that have inspired me that I may take some ideas from. And then these are some film posters that I have created in the past. And then the requirements for equipment and software, I'll need a camera for taking the images. I'll need a white background so when editing I can cut myself out and make it look better. I'll need good lighting for photos, and I'll obviously need Photoshop to edit my images. The requirements when making a film poster, I'll need to think about the style, so whether you're marketing a film or a blockbuster style matters. Some of the most memorable film posters out there have used bold, unique artistic styles to their advantage to target their audience. I haven't thought of a specific style that I'm going to do yet, but I'm going to make it as more eye-catching as possible. You'll need a good main image. A main image is near enough always included in a film poster to set the scene of your film. It will give your audience an insight of what your genre film is and give them an idea of what it can be about. And I'll also need a good title. Having a memorable, unique title for your film will grab the audience attention and make them remember it for a long time and make it more engaging for them. And then my final thoughts are, I'm very excited to starting to create my final piece. I'll make it to the best of my ability and get the highest grade as I can. I'm confident that it will go to plan, and I'm looking forward to see the final outcome. And if there are any questions?
Very, very good.